In this lecture, we will see the design of pneumatic circuit for sequencing operation. By sequencing, the cylinders can be actuated one after another in sequences like clamping, feeding, ejecting, lifting, pushing, etc. Now, we will see first an application example of an assembly operation in which the pin B and pin C are to be assembled in a base part A. Here, it is to be ensured that the pin C will be assembled only after pin B as shown in this animation. So first pin B will be fitted in the base part A and then pin C will be assembled. Thus here we are using two cylinders. Cylinder 1 is used to assemble pin B, whereas cylinder 2 is used to assemble pin C. Now, before we see how the circuit works, we will get briefly introduced to the components used in the circuit. The first component is compressor. A compressor is a machine that compresses the air or any other type of gas from a low inlet pressure, usually atmospheric pressure, to a higher desired pressure level. The compressor increases the pressure of air by reducing its value. Work required for increasing pressure of the air is available from prime mover, which is driving the compressor. Just like hydraulic pumps, the compressors are also classified as positive displacement compressors and dynamic displacement compressors. Positive displacement compressors are further classified as reciprocating compressors and rotary compressors. The examples of reciprocating compressors include piston compressors, labyrinth compressors, diaphragm compressors, etc. Whereas the examples of rotary compressors include screw compressors, vane compressors, lobe compressors, etc. The example of dynamic displacement compressors are centrifugal compressors and axial flow compressors. Most commonly used reciprocating type of compressors for industrial application is piston type of compressor. These compressors are further classified on the basis of number of stages. Compressors can be single stage or multi-stage. Generally, the number of stages depends upon the maximum delivery pressure. Normally, a maximum compression ratio of 5 is realized in single stage compressors. For compression more than 5, multi-stage compressors are used. You may watch this video for better understanding of working of compressors. Next component is FRL unit. FRL unit is comprised of filter, regulator and a lubricator. They are often used as one unit to ensure clean air in pneumatic system, but can also be used individually. The three components work together to perform various functions. The filter is used to remove water, dirt and other harmful debris from an air system. This is often the first step in improving the air quality. The regulator adjusts and controls the air pressure of a system to ensure that downline components do not exceed their maximum operating pressures. Whereas the lubricator reduces the internal friction in tool or equipment by releasing a controlled mist of oil in compressed air. Next component is push button operated 3x2 direction control valve. Here 3x2 means 3 ports and 2 positions. The 3 ports are port 1, port 2 and port 3. And the 2 positions are on and off. So this is off position. When the operator presses the push button, the valve will goes to on position. And once the valve goes to on position, then the compressed air will be available for further components. Next component is push button operated 4x2 direction control valve. Working of 4x2 direction control valve is similar to 3x2 valve, except that in 4x2 valve there are 4 ports, port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4. The connection of these ports provides extension and retraction of piston in case of double acting cylinder. You may watch this video for better understanding of how this direction control valve works. Next element is cylinder. Cylinder 1 is a double acting cylinder used to push this pin B in the base part. In double acting cylinder there are two ports, PA and PB, and it uses fluid power for both extension as well as retraction. In contrast, in case of single acting cylinder, it has only one port for extension which uses fluid power, and the retraction is with an internal spring. The compressed air through this port PA is to pressurize the full bore side of cylinder 1, causing extension, while the compressed air through this port PB pressurizes annulus side of cylinder 1 for retraction. The next component is 4x2 roller operated direction control valve. Now this roller operated valve is operated by a piston cam, but only when the cylinder 1 is fully extended. The pressurized air will then extend the cylinder 2. Thus this roller operated valve is used to offer the sequential motion to a double acting cylinder. In all circuits which we will be discussing in this lecture, the line with red color are used to represent the pressure line which carries the pressurized air. Now, when the operator starts the machine by pressing the push button of 3x2 direction control valve, the pressurized air is available at 4x2 direction control valve as well as at the roller operated direction control valve. Now, when this 4x2 direction control valve is operated, the pressurized air enters full bore side of cylinder 1, causing its extension. At the end of the stroke, the cam operates the roller operated 4x2 direction control valve, allowing the pressurized air to enter full bore side of cylinder and thus extending cylinder 2, so that this pin C is assembled. Now, when this 4x2 direction control valve retracts to its original position, the cylinder 1 is retracted. As soon as the piston of cylinder 1 retracts, that reset the roller operated valve to its original position due to the spring force, and therefore that causes the cylinder 2 also to retract. So this is how basically we can design a sequencing circuit. Now we will discuss another example using pressure sequence valve for sequencing. Now here the problem statement is, we have to draw a pneumatic circuit in which a double acting cylinder is used to imprint logo on plastic sheet at a particular set pressure and then return to its original position. The component in the circuit are compressor, FRL unit, 3x2 push button valve, 4x2 direction control valve, double acting cylinder, and a sequence valve. A sequence valve is set at a higher pressure than that required for normal extension. In sequence valve, the dotted line represents the pilot signal, and this is the plastic sheet on which the logo is to imprint. Now, when the operator presses the push button of this 3x2 direction control valve, it gives signal to set the 4x2 direction control valve, causing extension of the cylinder. Now, the pressure is actually available at the sequence valve also. However, since the sequence valve is set at a higher pressure required for imprinting than the system pressure required for normal extension, this valve remains closed. Now, when actually the imprinting is taken place, then the pressure of the system increases, and that causes this valve, the sequence valve, to open. Once the sequence valve is open, then the 4x2 direction control valve is reset to its original position, and thereby the annulus site is pressurized, causing the retraction of the piston. So this is how basically we can use a sequence valve for the sequencing operation. And here the sequence valve ensures that the logo gets imprinted on the sheet at a desired pressure, and only after that the cylinder retracts. The next circuit which we will be discussing is a time delay circuit. This circuit will be useful when the operations are to be delayed by a predetermined time. Here we will consider operation of two cylinders in sequential manner. However, the cylinder 2 should extend by a delay of 10 seconds after extension of cylinder 1. So the two cylinders will be operated in a sequential manner, but not immediately. The cylinder 2 will be extended 10 seconds later the extension of cylinder 1. And after that, after the full extension of cylinder 2, cylinder 1 and cylinder 2 both will retract simultaneously. The components in the circuit are compressor, then FRL unit, a 3x2 push button valve, then two 4x2 direction control valves, DCV1 and DCV2, then two roller operated valves, ROV1 and ROV2, then two double acting cylinders, cylinder 1 and cylinder 2, and of course a time delay valve. A time delay valve is basically a combination valve which is used to set the operation time as per the requirement. The time delay can be increased or decreased by adjusting the flow through this non-return flow control valve. This change actually increases or decreases the time taken to fill this particular chamber. And then after, when this chamber is completely filled, then the pressure signal will actually actuate the direction control valve. Time delay valve is thus a combination of pneumatically actuated 3x2 direction control valve, an air reservoir, and a throttle relief valve. In pneumatic time delay valves, typically the time delays in range of 5 to 30 seconds are possible. When the push button of 3x2 direction control valve is pressed, the direction control valve 1 DCV1 will change its position so as to extend the cylinder 1. At the end of the stroke, the cam presses the roller operated valve ROV1 to go to on position, and thereby allowing the compressed air to the time delay valve. Since the time delay valve is set at 10 seconds, it will not send the signal immediately to operate the direction control valve 2. However, the 3x2 direction control valve in the time delay valve will actuate after 10 seconds and then will operate the direction control valve 2. The piston of cylinder 2 then will go to extension. After full extension of cylinder 2, the roller operated valve ROV2 will go to on position, providing impulse signal to operate both DCV1 as well as DCV2. Thus we can see here the impulse signal is provided to operate the direction control valve 2 as well as the direction control valve 1 simultaneously. This causes both the cylinders to retract simultaneously. As soon as the cylinder starts retracting, the roller operated valve will reset to their original position by spring force. In this manner, we can design pneumatic sequencing circuit using roller operated valves, sequence valve, and time delay valve. You may refer these books for further reading. Thank you.